Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Wednesday Night Warfare, brought to you by the Armchair Dragoons. It's a pleasure to be back with you, middle of the week, to take our minds off whatever the devil's going on in the world. Good evening, Velker.
Good evening.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
All right. You were spotted by one of my bosses walking home from school today. I trust you were on your P's and Q's.
Yes, I was. I was dashing home as quickly as I could after a student council meeting.
All right. Very good.
Very important.
Taking care of the people's business, like we always must.
Hey, isn't the whole city your boss?
Yeah, I got
Anybody that
600,000.
lives within the city is technically your boss.
Yeah, I got 600,000 people, and they do imagine themselves each and every my boss. And actually, some people who don't live there. I actually took a call this morning from a lady who was very upset because I couldn't help her get property information for a property not in the city.
like it's in the greater area, but it's not in the city, so I can't do anything for you.
Yeah, it's like it's one of these situations like we all have in every community where on one side of the road it's this community, on the other side of the road it's another. And I said, ma'am, you're 2 blocks up. You're just not in the city. But this is very important. I need to know. And it's like, I wish I wish you well. And she said, well, I called that city and they don't answer the phone. And I said, well,
that's unfortunate.
You know, I said, I try. So yes, we're I don't know how we got off on that tangent, but no, I've already tweeted. And we already have, let's see, first tonight is Red. Red is first. We also have Haz and Ian. Good evening to you all. We are back at the Landgrafenberg. We've been here for 3 weeks. This should be our final one as we take a nice dive into turn 9 and we actually get close to a resolution. I think this should be fun. We will remember that this is the Prussians trying to take advantage of the not yet fully arrived French army and push them off the Landgrafenberg, which is this land feature right here. Well, actually, it's the Vincanola. This whole thing is the Landgrafenberg. Push them off the Vincanola and drive them back, which would moot the Battle of Jena, which would take place later in the day. So, we will simply introduce our sides. We have playing the sides of the French, Chronologist, and Achilles. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Howdy, y'all.
And Achilles, nice to have you back. I'm glad that you traveled safely.
Thank you.
And playing the side of the Allies, we have Velker, to whom we've already spoken, and OJ's dad, Mike. Good evening.
Good evening.
All right. Well, I think we all know the ropes of Lasalle. We've done it enough times, so let's see if we can't remember our process. As I say, we are now diving into turn the 9th. Here we go. And there it is. I can see that Chrono has already done it. He knows that he has 6 brigades. He knows that he has his baggage, so it's a +2. It is the same thing for the Prussians now. We then will determine, will you, let's see, the attackers, will you, the Prussians, use your general for initiative or for a bonus volley?
I think we do it for the volley, don't we?
Mike?
I'm sorry.
We couldn't hear the sound of the gears turning, sorry.
Yeah, no. We'll volley.
All right, there'll be a volley. I assume, Chrono, you will be taking it for initiative?
Of course.
Give it a roll.
Bing, bing, bong. A mere 1, alas.
A scant 1, as was said. All right, so that's it. Well, then that takes us to the skirmish phase, which is always everybody's favorite part of playing Lasalle in these ridiculously large scenarios that we have. This one, as always, credit given to Michael Hopper for his wonderful scenario books. And this one is a playtest. This is technically part of the playtest pen. So I don't think I think we kept up pretty well and that these numbers accurately reflect where we are, yeah?
They should be, yeah.
60 to 15. Roll them, gentlemen.
Get it, Belker.
There's a non-zero chance.
You did it. What are you talking about?
I know.
I don't know if the odds were this bad, but they were pretty grim. They were dire.
That would be a couple different games.
Oh, they got 3.
They have more than 3.
Do they?
I think I have more at this point. Just looking at
you are, in fairness, rolling 60 dice.
This is true.
4 times as many.
So you should have 4 times as many as them.
Logic would dictate. But we'll see what
the loss of averages anyway.
12?
Ugh. Okay, let me see.
Well, you got enough to cover everything you want to cover.
It is 12. It is exactly.
Oh my
for
goodness.
Well
There
done,
you
Velker. All right, so yeah, you got 9, and as OJ correctly said, that's all of everybody you can see. So once again, and and people can talk about this a little bit, but I'll tell you, I think this accurately reflects the tactical advantage that the French had. I mean, these Austrian or Prussian, I did it. These Prussian columns and lines, they're coming up against just a swarm of skirmishers. You know,
I'm not sure I can get to that guy.
can you?
Well, maybe I can actually.
6. I think that's. I gave you this guy.
Okay, I'll take it. If you want to
Yeah.
give it to me.
Yeah, did I not? I would seem so. I mean, who you?
Make it-
Well, it's 16, is it not?
It is 16. Yes, you're correct. And there's a
Yeah.
gap. So
Yeah, so that's, and most importantly, there's no horse in that gap.
this is true.
Were there a horse, I would feel different, but that's it. All right, well, we saw what we've got. You've got your initiatives. Away you go, French. It's your turn.
Well, no, they said they wanted to
Nope.
volley. They had to
We
put
got
their
the
general.
volley.
Oh my goodness, that's right. Thank you. This is that phase. So, French. Remember, it's
inches?
8 inches. Yep, but remember,
Oh, it's 8.
it's 8 inches, but keep your
Right.
general safe. Don't let him be closer.
I mean, if you want to put them closer, you can.
Yeah, you
It's just a
can,
risk
but
of a shot.
there will be consequences.
Potentially.
Well, if I know most of you didn't see our snappy nappy game on Saturday, but we did in fact see the Archduke Charles carried wounded from the battlefield.
Oh no! Poor
Yeah.
Archduke.
Yeah,
I was trying to get this whole front here, Velker. That's what I was gearing toward. That's why I think if I get him right about in here,
That would do.
About right.
maybe it would.
Where is your
Where's your
commander?
man?
Oh, there he is.
If I get him right here.
I'll do that. Yep, Al did that guy. And we'll definitely get this guy.
12.
And
yeah,
we'll
I think
absolutely
so.
get this guy.
You'll get this guy, and this guy.
It's 3.
And you also get these guys on the far left.
Do you get those?
No, it's 8 inches, not
Oh,
12.
it's 8. Oh, sorry.
That's right. I was thinking it was 12 too.
No, it's
first.
4 base. It's 4 base one.
Yep.
So
Yeah, that one.
okay, very
Yeah,
good. So which one you want to do first?
Velker, go ahead. You can take your shots.
Alright, these guys.
All right, those are going to be. Unfortunately, those are going to
Yeah,
be
these big fighters
6s
this way, right?
because.
And
That's,
1-5.
oh yeah, you're going to have to go this way. Yeah, you're right. That guy
Well,
could
this
go.
guy can. This guy can go here because this guy's. These are
That
both.
guy-
in
I think
his-
that's what he did. I think that's what he did last
Yeah,
week.
he went this way last time.
Yeah.
3 bases went into the town and one
There we
went straight
go.
ahead to the.
So we'll do this one out here on the flank first, Velker. That's 2 for 5 or 6.
No.
Nothing. And now this is 9 for
Wait, no,
6s.
it should be 6.
Oh, these are not
4 6s.
Fusiliers?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
But-
so it's 9
but
for.
it should-
Oh, it's 2 2 2. Of course. 6 for 6.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I was like, wait, it's not 2 3 3.
That's- yeah.
That would even be. Yeah.
6 for 6. Not a 1.
Those skirmishers are worth their weight in gold.
Oh yes. Oh, I'm messing them up. All right, these guys got a lot of targets. That's here. That is there.
Well, there's a ridge line here. So
Oh yeah,
it's going
and
to
so
go
that
way.
that's right. We
Well-
did this, in fact.
I thought the artillery was.
Oh
able
yeah,
to
did
shoot
you not
the-
put that
Yeah, they-
gun right behind the ridgeline?
They can see the artillery.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
And
He
these
was
two
shooting
guys
that-
can
that
go
line.
here.
Yep.
I'm not sure this guy's not actually quite in his front arc, so you might be able to choose which way you want to go.
Yeah, I would say this guy can go here, Prussians. So you can go 1 here, 1 here, and then 2 here. If that works.
Isn't this guy in the back though, behind the ridge line? Because the ridge line goes like kind of like that.
It does, but what I'm saying is this guy can see that. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh yeah, yeah. These
think-
two guys.
I think
yeah,
they
these two guys are.
split 2
These
and
two
2.
guys. These 2 guys are going to have to go here. Yep.
Yeah.
How could we see this guy but not that guy?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. So this is also has rapid fire. So this over here is 4 for 5s.
Got one.
All
One
right,
hit.
I got it.
and you suck it. Ooh, and they actually had a permanent ouchie already.
Yeah, they've been good shot of it.
All right, let me get rid of this. And now this is going to be 4 for 6s.
One.
And now 1
You
for
hit.
6. Hard to hit them guns.
No kidding.
All right, over here, well, this is just blasting away at each other. Those are Fusiliers, so I assume they have rapid fire. They do. 8, 4, 5s. One. 1 for 4.
Got it.
I think it is safe to say that the French or the Prussians are disappointed in those die rolls.
Yep.
I think that is not what they had hoped to see from spending a free volley that way. However, it is what it is. French, you are at the bat.
Almost any movement I want to do is going to trigger an interrupt, so I feel like we might as well start out by shooting.
All right, you're going to volley.
Sounds reasonable to me.
Oddly enough, you don't have to persuade Achilles much to shoot the other guy. Where shall we begin?
Let's start down here with the squares again, as is tradition to this point.
Plinking away, as we say. And we said this one here is 1 for 4.
Yep. Nothing.
And this here is now 2 for... Is this one still in range? You actually
Got
had another
one.
one. Yeah, you got another one here.
Let me roll that. Got 2.
Both got them, yeah. Now it's 2 for 5.
No, almost. I saw it snake.
Oh, so close, and yet not.
They're outside their arc here,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
they can't see anything. These guys.
Oh, that's right. They're the ones that blew up those. Yeah. All right, so now we're in here, where we've got 1 off to the side. Yeah, let's say.
I mean, if these guys can shoot, I feel like.
Yeah, I think that's only fair, don't you? So that's 1 for 4. 1 for 4.
A hit.
And now a 1 for 4.
And it sticks. Then 2 straight ahead.
Correct.
Miss. And then I think 1 off to the side here at the Grenadiers. It just misses. These guys have to shoot straight ahead at these guys. So
2 for 4.
a hit.
1 for 4.
Converts.
Give me a moment. Okay.
And now the exciting bit.
Guns. That's canister.
Yep.
8 for 5. 4. 8 for 4.
Not as devastating as I would have hoped.
3, 4, 5. 1 hit.
Got 1, but not as bad.
That's not what you thought. I know, but
That
that
desultory canister
does
fire.
shake him. That does shake him.
Can you kill him, please?
Wow.
I don't think that's what they wanted to hear from their commander.
Get him out of the way.
I do not.
Let the rest come through.
I do not. Achilles, looks like you.
Sure.
6. You get a total of 6 for 4.
Okay.
Ooh, 4.
Ooh.
4 for
Ouch.
4. Ooh. Not bad. Also shakes. Stuff is starting to build up, folks. These fellers see those fellers.
Do they?
Well, this fella certainly does. Oh, ooh.
The rest of these guys, I think, are behind the crest. So
Yeah,
They
that's.
said they went like that.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, but this
So
guy
that's right
almost
about
certainly has to go here.
Yeah, that's right there.
So that's 1 for 4. Yes, 1 for 4. No. So close. So since, as you correctly spoke of the crest, that puts this guy over there, and then yeah, these guys can, yeah, those guys can see. Okay, so 2, 4, 5, 5 for 4.
Nothing.
You got 3 more to roll.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was stuck on 2. You said 2.
You were very graciously not rolling 3 dice, I guess.
So I'm sorry. I have
Yeah,
3 more to roll.
3 more to roll. Yeah.
All right.
1 hit.
It's a solitary hit.
And stick on a 4. Does not
Nope.
stick.
No.
So much effect over there and not much elsewhere. Is that it?
That's it.
Okay,
like-
that's 1 point. Well spent, I think. Over to the Prussians.
You didn't kill him.
Your disappointment is palpable. Remember, Prussians, I don't know if this was obvious last time, but charge range to a visible target is 8 inches. Remember that.
Can shaken targets charge?
No, shaken targets cannot charge.
Can I charge through my
So you have
No, you got to be
What?
able to see them. But it's seeing at the... do we figure this out, Chrono? Is it seeing at the moment of the charge or at the start of the
Let me see. Let me check my...
Australians? Good evening, John. Lasalle.
A charging unit must be able to see the target of its charge at the moment you start moving it.
Okay, so you do. So the point being, Velker, if you move this guy out of the way,
Yeah, it specifically says the target might not have been visible to it earlier in the turn or even earlier in this order.
there you go.
For example, you might move another friendly unit out of the way, now exposing an enemy target, which you may now charge.
So
It
there you go.
specifically says that in the rules. So there you go.
Nice.
How would I do that?
God bless you, Sam. God bless.
Yeah, well, that's why why have I said repeatedly? It's one of the best organized sets of rules we've seen. Best organized, best edited. Anyway,
Puts that out there right there in front. Says this is what.
how would you do it to answer your question, Velker? The way to do it, unfortunately, you've only got a 3-inch move with these guys in line,
Yeah.
but you
Well,
can
it's-
you can do the magic swappy thing. So if you shove these guys forward in an 8-inch charge, they will absolutely make contact with that gun. Also, probably I should note these guys too.
Yeah, I would want to charge.
I mean,
this guy.
what you could do is because, well, this is your 8-inch bubble, right? Basically, well, it's a bit longer from this guy, but that's your 8-inch bubble, right? And since you're in line, you have 4 base width movement. So in theory, you could pull this guy back all the way here using that.
Yep, you can
Retire
get him. You
withdraw
can get him
movement.
straight out of the line.
Oh, cool.
It's
'Cause
going to
he'll-
cost you a lot of momentum to do it, but you can do it.
Well, yeah, it would cost 3 mo.
Right. Well, there's one for inner penetration,
Right.
one for the terrain,
Right.
and another one for a charge.
He wouldn't have to go all the way back into the trees, though.
No, I mean.
No,
I
he
don't
would
think-
not.
Well, yeah, he could end up right here, basically.
Yeah, he doesn't have to go all the way back into the trees, so we don't
Right,
have to
he
spend
could-
the one for the terrain.
So we
Right. So it'd be 3 then, because then it'd be one for inner penetration.
One for moving
one
and
for
one
the
for the
charge.
charge. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Velker, we'll go ahead and do that.
All right.
Okay, so what we're gonna do? You want to charge this guy into the gun, right?
Sure. I would like to make it to that guy, but
Well, charges.
Let me see. I just had this page open.
I don't know. If
Looks like you're going to end up hitting them both, Velker. So you may get your wish.
Hey, Jim, I'm just going to move my commander out of the way because he's going to be in the way when we do the swappy around. So
Mhm,
I'm just
yep.
sliding him off to the side from.
Does he have to go with them when they charge?
No,
No, he's doing other stuff.
he's
right there.
hanging out. Yeah, I mean, units are not leaders are not generally strictly attached. So what's the ruling on the charge, kind of? in terms of the
Looking.
movement?
Let's see. Enemy unit may legally charge is right below. Chargers must see the enemy. Da, da, da. Charging is normally a complication. Da, da, da.
how to move units. Thank you. Disengaging. Charge. Here we go.
Yeah.
You're
It
looking
looks
at the
like
same.
yeah, I'm looking at
It's
the same
just
thing.
it may first rotate up to 45 degrees if desired. It then may move only directly forward in a perfectly straight line.
Mm-hmm.
So, you can rotate 48 degrees off center of this guy, but the point is, I think you're not going to hit both. You're just not.
Well,
You're going to hit the
depends
gun.
on how long that line is.
Yeah, but think of the angle.
Oh yeah, because he's gonna hit
yeah,
it like right
there
there.
you go. That's the problem. You can't hit those guys.
Depends on the rotation, I suppose.
You can aim for him, but you can't. I don't think it's a.
I
I
there's
think.
one
Let
right
me
there.
see.
No, because they'd have to be flush, and they're not.
Yeah, because a charger must aim for the defender, and it says under that the charging unit may contact an enemy unit only if the charging unit's center point is pointing directly to the target unit.
Yeah.
Then under incidental contact, it says it's sometimes the case when charging one unit you also contact another. But it says also.
I mean,
So-
this is what we know what they got to do, right? It's this. So the question is, and that's what I would have thought.
Right. I mean,
you
you could rotate a bit left to like aim more the unit, and that might.
Well, what do we
Do it.
get? He's gonna get a click here.
As we debate.
Well, yeah, he's gonna
Yeah.
get it then on that because that's, yeah,
Oh, that's still incidental though, so you might have to do it the other way.
yeah, yeah. That's what you got to do if you're gonna do it, Velker.
Alright, fair enough.
All right, what do you want to do with these other guys?
These guys? Or
No, those guys I assumed were going back. What about the
Yeah.
guys over here?
we'll just move up along,
Right.
'cause I don't think
You might as well
we
push
can
those guys on up, Belker.
Well, remember, if they're not charging, are they inside 8 inches now?
They should be.
move 1.5.
Yeah, so they're gonna get.
They will be. They're gonna,
They're
their
gonna get.
guys are gonna get 2
Pretty
inches,
easily.
but
They got a 2-inch move.
Yeah.
So let me get these guys out of the way.
Actually, these guys up 2 inches.
they're going right to the back of the line.
Yep, exactly. Which I think is what you wanted. So 2 inches.
Right.
There you go.
Straight.
Well, I think he had to go all the way to the back
Yeah, he has to
because he has to move first and finish his movement first.
Do they move at the same time?
No, you don't, because you can do this swap thing.
Yeah, the whole point, the whole thing is you can unmask a unit to allow it to charge, which is what you just did.
Right.
And so he resolves his movement first, and originally there was a unit in that spot, so I think he has to end his movement in the back, and then everyone else moves.
Oh, and it doesn't really matter because he's shaking anyways. We're not going to want him up at the front.
He's moving 2 inches back.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Trying to cross the T's, dot the I's.
I'm not sure of that, but it does. Given what OJ is saying, it's obvious, and I agree. Until they get him sorted out, they're not going to want to move him anyway. We'll take a closer look at that at some other convenient point. All right. Well, that's the whole move. So, Mike, that's 3.
Yep, I took the 3
Anything
off
else
already.
from Serini? Is that it? That's all of him. Yeah.
That's all we have.
Yeah, I think
He's
so.
got artillery, but it's
Pretty well left.
but it's unlimbered.
What?
You'd have to limber it, and that's a formation change.
Yeah. That's a volley anyway. If you thought it was a shot. All right. So artillery evade.
I think I will try to evade, honestly. Let me double check.
Scared?
You scared?
Yes.
Are you both? Are you both foot? Are you? I know it's infantry. Are you foot or horse?
It should be foot. It's a heavy
1d6
gun.
both ways.
We both roll 1 die.
Yeah, you both roll 1 die.
Ooh, no.
Oh, ouch.
You know escape.
Ah.
I needed. I needed 2 because a tie. I win on.
Yeah,
ties.
you win on a tie. Tragically,
Oh.
you no escape.
I never do more than I have to.
Is that-
Just missed it.
just by that much.
There.
Maybe
I mean, like, look, we've got maybe like 120 guys. They've got like 600 angry grenadiers.
Yeah.
I just-
Yeah, these are grenadiers you've been whipping on for a little while. Let that be observed. Oh, that's funny. All right. So the only thing I gotta check is to see what the.
Worse than that, Chrono.
Yeah,
they're going to be defending
it
themselves with a.
fights. Yeah.
They're going to be defending themselves with a ramrod.
I know, like they have ramrods and like maybe side swords if they're lucky. Maybe some.
Yeah, this is the bad thing.
I've got a +2, and that's about it. I've got a +2.
This the I wanted to check is no, right. Got it.
Get back with your clean white uniform. I have a dirty ramrod.
I have a filthy ramrod. All right, it's been. So what is your current strength on that bad boy?
Those great years are fresh, I think.
Are they? Ooh,
They're 6.
they're 6.
Looks like
They're a
they're
6.
tagged by
Yeah.
someone.
So that's a +6 to a +2.
Yep.
+6 to +2.
Oh my goodness.
Velker.
Oh my goodness.
Velker loses.
Oh,
Oh, Velker.
8 to 7.
Yeah, so outscored by 1 or 2, you take a disruption and stay in the fight. And now, so you do take it.
We go.
No, tied or greater.
Tied
Yeah,
or
no
greater.
effect. Yeah. And then still engaged, disruption.
Oh, did they roll a 1?
Yeah.
The
That
only
is-
thing
No,
You
that
did
only
not roll.
matters-
You didn't roll a 6, or you did.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
Boy, hang on. Yeah, he's right.
What?
If the defending unit rolls a 6 and any rolls a 1, no,
Oh, that's
it's just you win. He automatically
Yeah.
wins, but you don't get what would have happened if it's inverted, which is automatic destruction.
Yeah, the attacker rolls a 6 and the defending one is really bad, so that's an auto win. They're both an auto win, but the attacker just automatically breaks the other guy.
Alright.
6 to 1.
That's the only thing I can say is he's already spent his volley for this turn.
Yeah.
I thought they get this bonus volley.
No, we don't.
No,
you get the
no,
bonus.
You get the
no.
bonus
I'm
volley.
talking about the only thing.
I thought you
That
meant
gun
we
has
did.
already fired for this turn.
Yes, right.
Yeah, that's the only good thing I can say about the present circumstance for those grenadiers. Holy cow! All right, French, you're up.
I think.
Apparently, the dirty ramrod trick worked.
It did.
Apparently,
It clearly
wow.
it gave them a fright.
I'm so frustrated.
Let's see. I kind of want to do a formation change. Like, do you have anything on that side you really feel like doing at this point? Achilles?
No, I'm kind of waiting on him to come
Commander,
rumbling over the hill.
I'm gonna spend a point for a formation change then for the global order.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hey, Chrono.
yes,
Okay. Well, I'm sure you already thought of this. So.
oh yes,
These
I,
guys?
I,
Yeah,
am,
yeah.
I am
Okay.
absolutely thinking of that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. I just didn't know when you wanted to do that. So.
Well, I don't think I have quite enough room at this point because I have to like angle to aim at him. So,
You know that given that he's moved all of those guys and now done that charge, none of those guys can get to that gun before the next turn, right?
that's true.
And that means you would get a point blank shot with that artillery again.
That's
'cause
true.
We probably would go first.
Yes, there's that probably.
There's that probably, yeah, because that's exactly parenthetically what Chrono beat last time.
There's
It
like
is-
we'll probably win, and then
It is the odds. It's the playing the
Yeah,
odds. Kind of all you can do.
yeah, I'm thinking about that. I mean, I can't make room for the cavalry because the cavalry can kind of. Problem is the cavalry has to aim, and they're right now not aiming very well. So you have to.
That's a good point.
right,
That is a
and
good
then they'll
point.
Probably hit this before the impact. So
That's a
what
good
I'm
point.
thinking
So
about.
yeah.
So I will limber the gun up because like this is not great.
And they can't see them anyway.
Yeah, they're on the
can't
wrong side of the crest, so they
Yeah,
wouldn't
'cause
be able
fell
to charge.
back. If they beaten the artillery.
Yeah, had they beaten the artillery, there was an unpleasant surprise sitting back there. I was thinking about that. But with that 1 inch step back, not so much anymore.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I do leave the artillery there then.
Yeah.
I think I do leave the artillery there. We'll see what develops. But I will still formation change because I want to garrison this town here.
Ooh, another garrison.
I was holding off for a minute, but
We shall make this town imperturbable.
Terrible.
Well, the funny thing is, and certainly it's what the rules say, but Cospeda to this day isn't much of a town.
Well, it's got 4 walls and a roof.
I guess. I guess so.
Let's see. I think that's all the formation change I want to do at this point.
I don't believe that was in the presence of the enemy, so you can continue.
These guys were, yeah, because these guys are right here.
Oh, look at that. Prussians.
All right, we'll do Bila.
All right, Bila 2
3
goes.
points
Moving.
as
Oh,
we'll
look
do
at you.
The Swappies and the 7th Saxon line was charged.
All right, well, let's do the... Okay, the first thing is, as the 7th Saxon line steps off, they get shot at. Achilles, 1 shot.
Okay. And a miss.
Yes. Okay.
Your skirmishers have not been hitting very much.
Nah, my skirmishers suck.
So you can get a swivel, Mike, or you can go straight. Either one is you're targeting the unit, so it's up to you.
All right.
The difference is if you pivot, you don't get the complication out of the trees. I think.
Yeah, I think the
1, do another one. 2, now go forward.
yeah,
you're
because
fine.
they basically, because in
Bonk,
theory
yeah.
they'd rotate like
Yeah.
right here instead.
Are these
of
guys
place.
still considered in the trees?
I
for
think
war?
so.
We have a
They're-
look. No, they're more than half out.
Yep. Okay.
I can, but they're within 8 inches, I think.
Yeah, so that'll be it for him.
Yeah, that's Mike. That's it.
Yep. Yeah, I
That's
realize that. As
That's
I
a
was
full
clicking.
stop because of those huge lines you
Okay, and then these guys are going to.
got. They're gonna pull back. Yeah.
Yep.
They might have to end up in the trees though, just to get out of range.
Yeah, that's gonna cost you that complication, Mike.
Okay.
So I'll get them out of the way. Yeesh.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
All the way
sorry.
back there.
Glad to see those Fusiliers out of there.
yeah,
I
there's,
don't like that rapid
There's-
fire.
but they're Saxons now. Does that help?
Yeah. Come on, Saxon.
They could also pivot, I guess, and just sort of go straight in. But
Yeah.
they could also,
Either way is
Then-
fine.
yeah, either way is fine.
They
but-
just got to go straight though, Mike. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I would just,
You pivot first and then go.
Oh yeah, that's true. So if they did that, they'd go in like
Yeah,
that.
there you go.
instead.
Which is fine. Keep going. You got him. Love it. I love that. Well, the Prussians did not. Prussians read the mission brief and they decided they were going to do the thing they were supposed to do.
we have to, right?
Well, yeah, there's you will lose if you don't.
Proper Napoleonic attack. I love it.
Mm-hmm. It is for sure.
Okay.
These guys
That's
too.
all with.
Or
we
you
already
move
did.
those? Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
those
they,
guys
they,
had
they,
that little bit of
they-
move.
they
And
pivoted.
those guys are the guys that are on fire. You know.
So that's 4 points, right?
It's 1 for the
2.
charge, 1 for bad terrain,
One for interpenetration.
and 1 for yeah. So 3
Well, plus the one.
plus
base.
move itself. Yeah, 4. That's 4.
Okay. All right.
There's your command friction. There's your.
Sure. Well, you wonder why that French point for attack columns matters. Behold. Anybody
Yeah,
else?
they have
in
another 2 points left.
Anybody else in Bila you want to move?
No, that's it. That's all I have.
All right. Which melee do you want?
We can go with the first. I'm sorry, the 7th Saxon.
All right, 7 Saxons. They're at 5. These fellas, they're at 6. 5 to 6.
1 die, right?
Yes, sir. 9
9.
to 9. Tide or greater. Cavalry no effect. Tide still engaged. 1 disruption and stagger.
For myself.
Yes.
Got him, jump.
Got it. And now this one.
It's 4 for the French, 6 for the Saxons.
Yeah, 6 to... Ooh, there's a little advantage. 6 to 4. Advantage Saxons.
6.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
12.
no.
There's that- and that's
the
a
worst
wipeout.
possible.
That's a wipeout. Auto kill, OJ. Well done.
Nice job.
That's a huzzah marker as well.
It is.
Well, with that, we're going to call it a night. Thanks, guys.
Done and done.
We're
Yeah.
king of the hill. We're done.
Yes. We actually seized the windmill because that's where the windmill is. Wow, what a response! And as CT correctly points out, you have a
CT.
choice, or CT. As Chrono correctly points out, you get a huzzah marker, which would allow you to move in a later phase again if you wished.
Right, because you don't actually take a disruption.
Yeah, you
from
don't take that disruption, so
You can hold on to that and have him move again.
we give you the honorable Opolchenia huzzah. Wow, that was a thing.
Those Saxons are doing much better than their historical counterparts.
Oh yes, yes. In fact, they
Who was
are.
just mocking Saxons there? Achilles?
There was,
What was that?
yeah, Achilles was
Was it-
mocking
was-
him.
it-
Chrono,
Achilles
for the
was like,
record,
"Oh,
Chrono
you're just
would never.
Saxons." Aha.
I would never. They're my favorite minor German state.
Chrono does not mock any Saxons, so he's on side with that. But
I still mock them, except for their porcelain.
and have you taken off your 3 dice?
4. Oh, no, obviously. Yeah, there are 3 dice.
Yeah, they are down to now. They only have 57 dice. This is a great trauma.
They're catching up. They're catching
You'll see. All right, but that obviously is a. Well, now this hole is good and punched on the Vincanola. We'll see.
Let's see.
So it's French turn.
I feel like it's time to throw the cavalry in.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
So, I will pay 1. They are not shock cavalry, so it's going to cost 2. Because this is going to be a charge move. Although, these guys are on the... No, the crest is back here. Okay. Can I see them? Just to clarify, to make
Yeah,
sure.
I'm pretty
Hey,
confident because they charged
They
over
should
it.
be on the crest.
But you're
yeah.
going to be charging uphill against them.
This is true.
But they are in line. They're not in square.
Oh, yeah, they're not going to like that. At no point did I hint they were going to like being hit this way.
You...
Boom.
Bonk.
So this is Trelade.
They're gonna push up behind. This is what you have cavalry reserves for.
Mhm.
That's right.
All right, so that's 6. You know, you'd say, well, that's not bad at all. That's 6 to 6. Well, number one, they are defending a strong position, which takes it to
For being
7.
uphill. Yep.
Yep, but this is poor formation. So it was a 7. It goes down to a 3. So, Mike, it is a 6 to a 3. Uh-oh.
There's the
Oh,
one.
man. 7 to
Oh,
4.
man.
That is, however, a kill. Outscored by 3 or better, unit breaks.
If you'd rolled like a 6 to
Yeah, have
1,
you
that
rolled a
would've-
6?
Oh, I know.
You can take that huzzah marker away.
Yeah.
Oh no, he has to put it over here now.
Yes, you do. Now you get a huzzah.
Does that mean they can keep going?
They cannot. Well, they could if they use it, because here's the choice that they do have to make.
His
Because
cavalry is always disruptive.
they did, they
yeah.
always take a disruption. So do you want to lift that disruption, or do you want to hold the option to move again? Because these guys you cannot see.
I think I will lift the disruption because I don't see a point in trying to. Dramatic.
Yeah, charge and countercharge. We read about it all the time, do we not?
Saxons are feeling good about themselves, and the cavalry came out of nowhere.
And that requires the Prussians to take off 1 skirmish point.
Proportionally, you're doing fine.
And that's it. So Prussians, you're up again.
Guess we'll volley fire. We've got just the 1 point left, so.
Volley it is. Where should we start?
Velker, why don't you start with your Fusiliers there on the right, and we'll just work our way back to the left.
All right, we said this fella here. And those 4 fellas. So that's a 2. Oh, he's got a skirmisher on him. I see it. So we do have to roll. We do have to roll that separate. Oh, yeah, we do have to roll that separately. As we must need to roll that separately. That is now 2 dice for 6. No. This is now 8 dice for 5.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be.
Oh yeah,
3,
those guys are gonna
1.
shoot there. Sorry. So 2 for 6 dice for 5.
Got 1.
1 hit.
Did not convert.
Did not stick it. And now 2 dice for 4s. Stuck 1. See, well, hit 1. Can you make it stick?
No.
Do not.
No.
You have not been having the good. The Velker rolls are not with you tonight. No doubt.
It's gonna be here and.
So this
these
one
guys still
there.
aren't the crest, but these guys can
Yeah,
all
so
shoot.
it's this one can go here or here. It's up to you.
I'll
This
shoot
one's
at the
going
infantry.
here. What's this?
I'll shoot at the infantry.
All right. So that's these are they got rapid, don't they? Yeah, 4 dice for 4.
Yep.
Two or 1. Sorry, 1 for 4.
Velker's dice tonight. Oof.
Yeah, there's 1.
There you go.
Problem is when he turns it around, he's really going to turn it around.
It's true. I'm waiting for it. It's true.
That's the nasty part. This is 4 for 4.
We're still behind the crest here, so
4 for 5. He's hiding behind there. He's hiding. Okay. OJ.
Yep, I
Can't
don't
see
think
them.
these guys can't
you
see.
might be able to
so-
see the edge, but because the crest runs like that.
Yeah,
but I'm not sure if you wanna
these
count
guys
that.
are pretty blind.
I
Okay.
was about to say though, because if you couldn't see to charge, then
Yeah,
you probably
that's
can't
the thing.
shoot.
But
That's-
these guys.
Yeah. Yeah, you
these
guys should
guys-
be able to see.
Yeah, they've all got shots. So that's again with the rapid fire. No.
No, Saxons do not.
6 dice. 6 dice for 4s.
There you go.
4.
Ouch.
Slightly better than average.
Yeah. And now 4.
And we'll see if any of it sticks.
Mhm.
One does.
Take what you can get. Especially since that guy was fresh. All right, that's it. French, away you go.
Hmm.
Y'all are being very quiet out there. That concerns me.
I'm thinking.
Not you,
Do you want to move?
the YouTube
all
chat.
right. I see.
Those people.
Nah, you guys
You
are
wanna
doing what you're
move it?
doing. You keep at it.
Do you want to move anything over here, or
Um, I could. Can I charge?
yeah, if you want.
Oh.
Hey, I always want.
Ah!
The tinker.
Yes, you can. Is the answer to the question.
It'll cost you 2 because you're not an attack column, but
Well, if we have the dice or we have the points, and you don't have anything else to do, then I will definitely be willing to do it.
then I will give you the 2, and it'll let you
And then
do your
and
counter
you're also
attack.
going to want to move the rest of Rael if you're inclined.
Yeah, because they're activating
Very
the
good.
same one.
Okay.
So
All right. So.
and you're allowed up to
conformity.
you're allowed up to 3 clicks of pivot, and then you charge straight in.
Oops! I just moved him.
Uh-oh.
Did not
They're
mean to do
stealing
that.
your figs, Mike. Watch him.
He's jealous of my white uniforms.
That's right. I like
They
those
are very
pretty white
pretty
uniforms.
They are.
Very snappy.
Reminds me of those army dress whites that we never get to wear. Trying to get a good angle on this so I can pick them all up. There we go. All right. Oops. Is that good?
Ooh, yeah. Bring them on in. Very, very nicely done.
Mm,
And
bonk.
Mhm.
Okay. Now let's move some of these other guys. No.
They're only getting 2 because the
Yeah, they're
Because they're
they
inside.
only got that 2-inch move. So.
That's fine. I just want to get them up in. Oops. Get them up a little closer in case I need them.
they're going in the trees there, so I'm gonna deduct ourselves another point.
And
You might as well move out to close the gap.
I'm about to move these guys up. These guys really can't go very far, so.
Yeah. Looks like we just got him.
Oops. Stay there. All right. It's about as far as it can go. All right, I believe that is all of Real.
All right, let's look at this melee. Mike, let's see. We've got a 5 against French 5, Prussian 4.
Net 7.
9.
Net 9, win of 2. Defenders.
Oh, no, wait. I'm sorry, I was 5, wasn't I?
Yeah, so you won
So it's
by
10.
2. You won. No,
No, by
Yeah,
you're 9.
3. He rolled a 5, didn't he? And he
I
had
thought
a 5.
I was.
So
Yeah, I
Did you
rolled
roll
a
a
5 and
5?
I had a 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay, yeah, that's by 3 or more then.
Ooh, ouch.
Yeah, so that's a huzzah. Do you wish the
And
huzzah? Go ahead.
Oh, and he does take disruption because he rolled odd on his attack roll.
So the question is, do you want your huzzah to be later move, or do you want to lift the disruption you would have taken?
Yeah, let's take away the disruption.
All right, so we don't put that on you. And you get no Opolchenia. So another French victory here on the flank. All right. Over to the Prussian. Yeah, so it stays with the French.
Let's see.
yeah, we're out of Mo. So
Sir, our scouts report that they're out of Mo.
That's what's going on with that Russian column. They're out of Mo.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
that's exactly right. They need to roll better.
they got plenty of Curly and Larry.
Only on the general staff.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh. Has flag variety really? Now you are going to force me to do this. Guy.
I'm going to go for
Yeah,
a rally.
step away for a couple minutes. I'll be right back.
Where's your
Joker,
rally
if
going
I
to
have
be?
to roll anything, go ahead and roll for me.
Caparade.
All right. That guy right there. I know for a fact that's with an 8. So
Yep.
that's 3 for 4.
Got 2. I'll take it. And then with my last point, I will rally Vidal. I think it's everyone in Clepera. Yeah, this guy's at full.
All right, so Vidal here.
He's 2 because he's a permanent one already.
2 for 4.
1. He doesn't have. Yeah, that's it.
All right.
That's all I
she
got.
wrote. All right,
On
turn
turn 10.
10. Turn the 10th. All right, everything. Brigades are still all there. We've changed the skirmish.
We adjusted the skirmish.
The skirmish is appropriately adjusted, so it's still 8. Well, with Mike not here, Volker, you going to use your general for a more momentum, or are you going to volley again?
I think we want to volley.
Yeah, or should you want to wait for OJ or what? Are you going to call it?
I don't want to hurt his feelings, but I think we should volley.
All right, they're going to volley. Chrono.
We are taking our momentum.
I would have thought.
Do not feel a burning need for emergency formation change. Oh, look at that.
I wouldn't have thought. All right, so you've got your momentum all set. 57 to 14.
Here we go again. Is this the turn it happens?
Better not be.
Not 1.
Oh, well, definitely not then.
Okay, yeah.
Brutal, man.
It's not impossible.
It's an immutable law of nature, Velker, that the older you get, the worse your dice rolls become.
Clearly not.
Holy cow, that's
You're
a lot.
older than I am.
That's enough to
See,
do.
My good distance.
he's not wrong.
So at this point, I'll have to go here. I can't go to the backfield there. Well, I'll have to go 1 there from here. This guy can put 1 there. This guy back here can throw 1 there. So that's 1, 2. Put 1 there and 1 there.
All right. Velker, where's your shot going to be from? Who's getting the bonus?
Hey, Chrono, you can't do these guys now?
Let me see. Well, we could.
Even from here? Even from the town?
They do not have skirmishers. They don't contribute.
Oh, yeah, okay.
They all hold
Right
up.
around here, right around where we had him last time. Should be good.
All right. So, same basic deal then. Okay, so we'll do this again from over here, where I get rid of this skirmisher.
So where are they dropping them?
Same place.
Right around here.
Basically right there. Okay, that makes sense.
Same basic spot.
So this guy.
So it's got this guy and this guy. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8 for 6.
This guy does count. He's not in range.
Oh, this guy's out?
Yeah.
Okay, so he keeps the skirmy. So 6 for 8. 6 for 6.
6 for 8.
6 for, yeah, 6 for 8 on a d6. Good luck with that.
What?
Man,
Skirmisher saving my life here.
Man, dude. Can you imagine if there were no skirmishers?
I do not
Ouch.
do.
You'd have just wrecked those guys. That's 2 for 4. Oh, no, 2 for 5, because he did still have a skirmisher.
Got 1.
1 for 4. No. It's dire.
Nice.
It is dire. Here. And then everybody else you're going to put on the gun, I imagine.
Hey, what?
Or did you want this guy to shoot at the infantry?
Yeah, these two.
Okay, yeah. So that is
I'm sorry, guys. I'm back.
4. We're doing the extra volley.
Okay,
So
that's fine.
it's 4 for 5.
What turn are we on?
10.
That's what I thought. And we go to 12, right?
Yep.
Got one.
I'm just trying to look. I'm looking at this. I'm just trying to figure out, do we have a path to victory? I think we
Yeah, we're
do.
going to take a look at it at the end of this turn.
Okay.
Because there's
That sticks.
there's still way too many French people. But that's just what
mean,
it is.
Most of us are not on the hill though.
Yeah,
is the
most of them
thing.
aren't on the hill, to be honest.
Well, we'll take a
No,
look.
but the problem, the problem is though is once we get to the top of the hill, we're either having to stay in line to fight the infantry, or we have to form square to defend against the cavalry.
But we just have to have the hill by the end of the game, right?
Right.
Right. That's true.
So if we push everybody off and we just stand here and they don't have any time to push us back.
That is the theory of it.
There's a deadly combined arms effect on that hill right now, though.
Yep. There's a lot of horse up there. 4. That is 4 for 5.
Guys, I apologize. I'm gonna have to bail. I've got a huge headache tonight, and
It's no problem.
I just can't.
All right, you be good, man. Velker will step into the seat.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
go for it,
Take care of
Velker.
yourself.
Take
Take
care,
care
man.
of
We'll talk
man.
to y'all later, guys.
We'll see you,
Sorry.
man.
Talk to you later, Mike.
I've been there. There have been
This
nights
is-
where it's like,
4 for 5.
Got one.
And 1 for 6.
oh, so
No.
close.
Is that it? Yep.
Yep.
French.
Well, you're going to want to fire, aren't you?
Yeah,
You're
I'm
going
gonna
to
have
fire
to
those guns.
volley because that gun there is like.
Yeah.
Let me get rid of these dice right here. So, as tradition, I'll start with the squares. Nothing. Then 2. 1 hit. Doesn't stick. We'll do 1 there. Nothing. 2 forward. 2 hits.
Ooh.
Ow. Hey.
Nothing though. Snake eyes.
Oh,
Man, you guys, nobody can hit nothing mostly.
And he's gonna go right into these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Hits. Does not convert.
Hmm.
1 has to go straight ahead,
Mhm.
and he'll have to go there, I think.
Right.
Nothing. And nothing. Jeez. Having a bad night of fire. Then
You need,
the
you need to turn that around for those guns.
yeah,
8.
that's the hope.
3.
scored 3 hits.
3. 8 for 3. 3 for 8.
Ooh, 2.
2. Okay. Not shaking. I'd be
That's-
shaking, but they're not.
Our men
And
are
I-
never shaken.
And I think you used to have these guys over here.
Yeah.
And I think we said that's all of them, right? That he can see all of them?
I think it should be.
Yeah. Yeah, we looked at that. So, 6 for 4. Four.
4.
That's where all our fire dice went.
Oh, 3.
Lordy.
Still. They're with us still. All right.
Yeah, but they aren't feeling as good.
Velker, you're up.
Yeah. Oh. What do I do? Do I have to make a charge order on one specific group?
Yes, it's by
It has to be
formation.
yeah, it's by brigade. Or force, rather, which has to be units from the same brigade. So. You have to do these guys first in one move, and then you have to do these guys as another move, for example.
Sure.
We just like to say IE.
Alright, I think Sereni's going to charge.
All right.
He's going to take another shot at it.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
So that's going to cost you 2 points.
And the rest of Sereni will step up.
Move its 2 inches. Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm going to deduct your 2. And now, Chrono, do you evade? It's a more interesting question.
I do still try to evade here.
All right, 1d6 for both of you.
3. Oh, still beat me.
Yet you do not. So,
2, 2.
3.
2 to 3.
3 to 2.
2. Oh, he got me
that's a
that
kill.
time. Goodbye. You did good. You did
Way better than you should have.
no kidding. They held off a Grenadier battalion.
Yeah, I was gonna say they were told to escape the Grenadiers, and in fact did not.
But fought back.
He takes a. Does he get a huzzah for routing a gun?
Let me see.
They won.
In a 1 versus
Alright,
1 combat, your unit gets a marker if it breaks the enemy.
Okay, so you get a huzzah, which means otherwise you're gonna take a. Wait, what did you roll?
I rolled 5.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you would take a disruption. So you either don't take that disruption, or you take the disruption and you can move later in the turn.
Can I attack with a disruption?
Yeah. I mean, but you're going to be down to 2 strength. Oh wait, you're shaking it. You'll be shaken. Yeah, that would shake you. So no, you couldn't.
Yeah, I'll take the heal.
All right, you'll take a heal. All right, Chrono.
I feel like I have to
Like it's
counterattack.
time to charge.
I feel like I have to charge again.
Yeah.
Come
I'm gonna send in
on.
the cavalry. I'm gonna send in the cavalry again.
Not
Heck
the
yeah.
cavalry, I was talking about infantry.
Wait a minute, no one's anything about cavalry.
That wasn't part of the plan.
Don't say anything about no tigers, man. Replace tigers with hussars.
There's not going to be a bridge there. All right. So he gets a +1.
I guess I'll misread
Oh.
that place.
You don't need more.
No, you get a +1. But that then becomes a 4, but then it goes down to a 0. Whereas he gets 6 to 0. There's one way to win, Velker. There is a way.
This is the way. This is not the way.
That was not it.
Nope, that's not it.
That's a wipeout.
Wins by 5. Is that a wipeout?
Yeah.
Oh.
You want the huzzah as
Yeah, I'll take the huzzah marker and hold on to it.
Oh, okay. Uh-oh.
Alright, come on.
Come at me, bro.
I'm not afraid. I'm very afraid.
I don't know who you can see, but I'll trust you.
I mean, just in case.
All right, so that's that, but that means you do take a disruption.
Mm-hmm.
And Velker, you're up. Oh, one more thing. I must now take another point off the
Skirmish value.
skirmish value.
Oh no. Alright, now Bila 2 is going to charge.
All right, let's figure out what they're going to do here.
They have a skirmisher.
Where do you want to start?
These guys want to go for these horse.
They can't see them.
What?
They might be. I moved them a little bit.
Oh.
Maybe not. Up to you. I rotated them a little bit. It's like
Yeah, I guess. Oh man,
Piece of
it's your
them.
call.
little bit. Yeah, you can go get them. But before you do it, well, first of all, check what you got here. Yeah, you're at full strength.
Yeah.
But first, you got to take your skirmish shot.
No, it's a shift if he's shooting. Or is
He's
he
not. No,
charging?
he's charging you.
What? That's a terrible idea. Well, all right, I will not interrupt.
Just
I will
so
not
you
interrupt.
understand, you're gonna get slaughtered
Why?
because you're at a -4.
Even when attacking?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I I figured that they only.
No, that's you'll get slaughtered.
I thought you were shooting at me. I was like, oh, sure, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
We'll shoot at me.
shooting makes a lot of sense in this context.
I,
If you wish to have your volley now, depending on who else you think you can get shot in. I mean, the other thing is, I will observe, given how little time you have left, it's going to be incredibly difficult to get these guys up unless you do something with them immediately.
right. I don't think I will.
Well-
These guns in the way.
Well, at that point, I'm just going to call the game. I hate to do it,
Yeah.
but I'm going to call the game. I'll say it. The Prussians and Saxons did a very poor job of dealing. This is a massive problem for them in terms of deployment because of the incredible expense that Lasalle places on moving for them not in column, and because of how big their lines are. This is one, and I want to take just a few minutes here at the end. I'll ask it again. It's the question we always ask because it is the playtest pen. Is this board big enough?
I mean, I feel like it is. If you're going to come up in these dense lines, that's enough because then you basically you're attacking on like a. Yeah, then you could, in theory, if these guys were online here, then you'd be attacking on basically a 1, 2, 3, 4 brigade front potentially.
Okay, but that is such a massive coordination challenge for the. And maybe it should be. Maybe that is exactly what we should see. That's such a massive I mean, how many turns have these guys sat here?
A lot.
They got up there about 3 or 4 turns ago.
Yeah, and these guys have when did these guys last moved?
About the same, I
They haven't
think.
moved since
Yeah,
those
about
guns
3 or
set
4 turns ago.
Oh, I think it's even more than that. Because I think Velker's point, they haven't moved since these guns deployed.
Yep.
That was not 3 or 4 turns.
Yeah, that's because remember this is turn 10.
So
So you've got 2 whole divisions that couldn't get up because part of it is, and it's one of the other things I was thinking about during the course of the week as I was thinking about this game. Remember, we're playing the advanced skirmish rules, which I know we like, but yeah, that's right. They wouldn't have had any more. They wouldn't have had any more because French, you would just have more. You would even have more momentum if we were playing under the basic skirmish rules.
Yeah.
I think the size is right, and it creates the problems that the Prussians actually should have faced, which is, I mean, as recent events have shown us, coordinating the giant traffic jam and deploying properly are very difficult to do.
I would be interested to try it from the Prussian side at some point, just to see, because I did play this game
You
on
did.
the Prussian side at one point, but I had a much smaller force,
Yes.
so it was a bit less of a traffic jam issue.
Yeah,
So,
this-
I
And,
mean,
and the French did do the solid of going after you instead of waiting for you.
yeah, because my one comment is I feel like I would put a battery on this hill.
Yes.
Or-
Getting a gun up on this hill and firing right here.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you can either bowl down here, or you can even just blast these guys in the town with close range canister.
Yep. And actually, shoot, why not? Why just one?
Why just one? Because,
know-
I mean, I understand why they put this grand battery here, because initially we had some forward units up here contesting this forward
Mhm.
space.
we got 'em stuck.
But then once we started pulling back behind the hill, these guys weren't doing anything, and they were masking themselves when they were putting in the attack.
Yeah, these guns.
Yeah.
These guns fell worthless. These guys never could get off the dime. And I mean, just take your basic movement rules, right? Yeah, they've got an 8-inch move.
They can get
So
up there pretty quick
they're
once they make- until they
they're
make
one
contact.
turn from being online, but then from being in combat, that's another 2 turns,
Yeah,
which is all they have left. They're
Yeah,
essentially
if you
out of the battle at this point.
if putting them over here on this hill does both jobs, does the job they're doing now, or did it when they were initially firing,
right.
and it takes care of this because it can fire in both directions. It can fire because I can understand putting them there because this is the hill here is the critical point. That's where you're trying to go. So you want that fire support. But if you put those guns over on this hill, then it supports your attacks here and it attacks the towns and this area.
I feel
So
like,
it does both those jobs.
and then I feel like you need to keep this force here over this side to keep this lane of fire open, so they
Yeah.
can counter battery these guys up on my guns up here.
Yeah.
And still push these guys up while still conducting fire.
And also, it would have been nice for them. I think these hussars over here would have been better served to have been somewhere out here, so that they could use the combined arm fact.
Yeah.
We're able to go into lines.
Yeah,
and things here.
leaving. Well, we saw which battle was this, where I think it was the earlier one up here.
Yeah, it was this one where we threw our cavalry forward into the center here, and basically forced the French to go into square up here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so one squad or one regiment of cavalry. I think they're basically a mix of squadrons. One mix of squadron of cavalry was able to pin down a substantial number of French units advancing on the Vincanola.
Mm-hmm.
So and this over here, initially very engaging and very cool, wound up being terribly wasteful because they needed those horse.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's very easy to post game, but I'm just thinking about it. Like, considering the movement rules, I might even been tempted to push these lines through here.
I absolutely would have. I was thinking the same thing.
Because that would force these guys to come out here, and that makes these cavalry more impactful. Because then these cavalry out here screening that movement and forcing these guys to basically sit still back on this line.
Well, I mean, just think about it. If we stipulate that these guys have been here for 4 turns, as Velker says,
right? We have this 8-inch bubble though, so it's like, but even so, you can still push.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing I did when the earlier game was I actually kept a lot of my guys in march column until I started getting up into combat.
Yeah, and I think you have to.
Because that's how you have to maneuver, because that gives you a lot more movement. Because then you can just throw columns straight through here. It gives you a bit more maneuver room to stay out of this 8-inch, and then you can throw them up, and then throw them into line out here and start pushing.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I guess I'd have to. Let's take a good picture. Let's get a good final picture, because I kind of want to bring up the original setup. No, I agree with you, Red, that one of the things that Lasalle does very, very well is elegantly and in a straightforward way represent the difference between those linear armies that hadn't learned their lesson by 1806. This same army would learn that lesson certainly by the Befreiungskrieg and some of that other stuff. So,
I mean, to be fair to the Prussians, after they got their butts whooped, they then spent the next 5 or 6 years basically reforming everything.
Yeah. Well, what else can you ask except to learn it, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think this gives a pretty good example of the doctrinal clash between the two forces.
And as we saw in our earlier game, if the French decide to try and firefight it out, they will get shellacked by the.
Yeah, exactly. You don't go up against the enemy at his strongest,
Right.
The Prussians, even with skirmishers, it's like you're basically firing one volley to 2 of theirs.
This is the rough setup. Oh, I forgot. Right. Those guys got greased. These guys, okay, so that's Ericsson. So he can shove straight forward and be there in 2 turns. So there can be a real fight for this.
Yeah, because it took me a turn or 2 to get units up into here.
Yep.
And then garrison it.
And you've got to garrison it, yeah. And then muffling comes on pretty quickly. So, I mean, if you put them, as you say, in march column, even with an 8-inch bubble, you can shoot this gap awful quick.
Yeah, because if I'm in march column, then I'm moving. You have 20 inches of movement, even with the 8-inch bubble. You start out here in march column. You're basically here turn 1.
Yep.
I mean, you have to be careful because you don't want to get whacked by the French in their assault columns. So maybe you stop a little shy and then shake out into line on your first turn, but it still puts you basically up here turn 1.
Or frankly, you put that unit into into mass, and you deal with it.
And you eat it.
Yeah. You eat it for 1 turn. Because this is the other thing, and I now feel this very strongly. The Prussians it's very seductive to take that extra volley. I don't think they can afford it most turns.
Yeah, there's times where it's effective and times where it's not.
I mean, it's like in this battle, potentially 3 mo per turn. That's a whole brigade you're able to move, even at your most slovenly.
Because, I mean, thinking about it, if I'm playing the Prussians at this point, looking at, knowing, I mean, this is also with the hindsight, I probably do, is I might angle these guys toward this gap here with the artillery support.
Yep.
And shoot these guys that way, out further this way, to sort of do a hit on this flank, because I know these guys are showing up.
Both times we have had this fight over in these trees near Clausewitz,
where I would never have fought the. I would never have.
This is what I'm
attacked on
saying.
this side.
I'm double dog daring the French to either abandon it, which they might have to do, because what that does is it puts the French in a bad spot, because they've got some really good freaking troops on the wrong side of the road. But if you let me have this, I'll take it.
Yeah. If you don't fight for this, and the Saxons and the Prussians here are gonna take this and get.
You give it to me for free, I'll take it.
Yeah, but that's part of what we did though, is we didn't really give it up. We just sort of parked behind this slope.
Yeah. No, and I think that's the move. But what then the Prussians, I think, have to do is what you were talking about, Chrono, which is shoot this gap here. And make a threat in this space.
Yeah, because you get these 2 infantry battalions with this infantry battalion and these 2 battalions of cavalry. You have some combined arms action. You can start using to unhinge this flank and diverting these oncoming reserves to come this way rather than up the middle.
So, okay.
Then you have this. You still have this very strong entire grenadier brigade that can just punch up the middle. So that's my thought. Off the top of my head.
It is Red's comment that the linear thing is one of the few things Lasalle does well in his judgment. Not a fan.
Oof.
Harsh. No, I wobble back and forth, as I've said many times. I love Lasalle. I think it's great. I love Shako too. I think it's great. I'm still building, as you know, I'm still building Shako sets. I'm still building Lasalle sets. I choose not to choose, and I'm glad I don't have to.
Yeah, I mean...
one thing that I wish Lasalle had, and I know why it's not here, is organizational collapse. I love Shako's organization. It's the best of its kind. I've never seen its like, where as units wear down, the whole thing just falls apart.
Right, which is kind of what happens.
Yeah, and that's it. It's like you get them to battle, you organize them, you coordinate them, they do what they're told to do, but just after a certain amount of strain, they just give. The other game that tries at it, and actually doesn't do too bad a job of it for all its deficiencies, is Black Powder.
Yeah, it's true. Once you hit like 51% losses, I think it is.
Yeah, well, you were the one that was pointing out to us when we were doing Catcher Bra. It's like, no, I think this is over. It's, this whole house of cards. No, it's interesting. Playing all these games, while I will never call it one of my favorites, has definitely put I've started to view Black Powder in a different light. I like it more than I ever did.
Yeah, I think it does some things very well.
Yeah, it's quick. It's understandable once you get around its eccentricities, which are numerous. And I like some of its mechanisms. Like I say, it'll never replace Shako. It'll never replace Lasalle. I just can't see that. But it's better than I give it credit for. Yeah, no, Shako is a great system. Someday I'm gonna have to sit down and have somebody who's a really good advocate for General Darmé explain to me why it's better than Shako, because I just don't see it. I've tried. Oh my God, I've tried, because I'm a lardy guy. Anyway. All right, well, tomorrow we hope Mike is going to be feeling well enough to come back and fight with CT at, once again, I'm going to give you a little hint. You might want to show up. It might be a little bit of a surprise for CT that he ain't going to like.
Uh-oh. That low
Yeah.
had all his own way so far. So
Yeah. It's he's been having his way with it. Maybe not this time.
kind
And-
of a reversal of the Soviet campaign, honestly.
Yeah. Well, that's funny, yeah, because the Soviets rolled like crazy, and now the British are rolling like crazy. We're looking to see a little bit of balance come into the mix. And on Saturday, we're going to get to our adjudication phase in the company of Russ Lockwood, the guy who wrote Snappy Nappy, of our Snappy Nappy 1809 campaign. I think we actually may be able to declare a winner and a loser. At least I hope so. So that will be spectacular. Anyway, looking a little bit down the road, we're not too terribly far now from Egmul Week. But most importantly, I have to figure out, I can't yield my beloved Waterloo Week. I can't do it. It's too special to me. So we have to figure out when we're going to do Rommel, the Overlord battle, the ginormous Overlord battle. So we'll figure that out too. Anyway, thank you to Velker and to Chrono and Achilles for coming along. Thanks for all of you that stopped by to watch. Appreciate you always. And yeah, come on by for more games. But in the meantime, please take care of yourselves and one another. We will talk soon.